ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Hello, everybody. We made it. Who hit the weekend review button? Say hello, Claire. So, this is Claire Bear Clarence. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Roundtable. My name is Robert Bannon, and we are not in front of the brick wall. As you know, we are in front of this black curtain. Yay! We found the spot. We were trying to find a spot to do this show, and the new location, and we haven't been able to find it yet, but we found it now, right? I think so. Say hello to the people. So, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm so happy to be here with you all. Hello, Adeline. Hope you're having a great summer. Hello, Waffle VR Studios. Who are you? You're a student of mine. Tell me your name. My mother was glad to be here, and we're glad to have you here. And yes, this is my doggy, Clarence. And hi, Christine. Hi, everybody. Hi. We are going to have a great show for you tonight. They moved the video buttons. So I clicked the button after 78 of these and 60 something of the other shows. I hit the video button ready to start the show, and it's weekend review, which is so ridiculous and so funny, and it's nonsensical. Yesterday, Clarence, you're a part of the weekend review. All right, let's get this show on the road, as they say. And I don't know who says that, but somebody says that, right? Someone says that. We have Owen Thiel here from the new theater camp movie, and then we have Lightweight. We're talking to the creator, star, writer, director, a whole bunch of fun stuff for you here tonight. So let's get started with my weekend review. Oh boy. Where's these buttons? Well, we had a fun week. It was a good week. I started my job. I'm working this, working 40 hours a week. I was just saying this to my father and my brother who's on the phone. That's ridiculous. Nobody should work this much. School teachers, we will never be rich. We will always be poor, but we have a schedule. We work 180 days. I'm not used to this corporate life. This corporate life is so hard. And one of my special students gave me this bracelet today, and I will wear it all summer long. I'm having the best time. We'll talk about it when we go over. But I'm working my tail off, more so than I think I have in a very long time. Speaking of tails, me and my mother, Claire Bear, went and hung out at the Broadway Barks, Rose's first red carpet. There we are with the cast of 6. Jason Alexander, SNL stars, and Neil Diamonds, and Jay Harrison G, who just won the Tony, and Alex Newell, who just won the Tony, and Josh Groban, Josh Groban, and BB Newirth, who has a Tony, and Bernadette Peters, who has a Tony, and Randy Rainbow, who doesn't have a Tony. All were there. And if you haven't seen this, you can please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you know exactly where you're going to be whenever we have a new show. We put up a surprise content all the time. So click the notification button, share, like, comment, subscribe, be a part of it. New York, and the Roundtable. That song might, well, I'm not going to say it, last longer than the show. Yeah. So we had a great time. Broadway Barks is up. I'm talking about my students. So much fun. Oh, here's me and my mom at the red carpet. Look at us right after she saw Bernadette Peters. Yes, we loved it. Bernadette looks so good. She is 75 years old. And then I went over and I saw Liz Calloway. Let me tell you, Liz Calloway has done this show. Liz Calloway is a star. Liz Calloway looks amazing. She sounds amazing. She did a show of music. This dog. She did a show of music from movies, and it went from everything from Valley of the Dolls to Judy Garland to Melissa Manchester to Anastasia to everything. It was a fantastic show. We saw her after the show. There's Robbie Roselle. There's Len Goodman, his husband, and there's my bass player. And the whole gang here was wonderful. We had such a wonderful time with Liz. I'm such a fan of hers, and she's so sweet and wonderful. And 4th of July, I told you I sang. I told you about this stuff, right? And then I went to work. I've been working ever since the 10th. Here's my bougie classroom. Yes, we talked about Whitney. We have a piano. It's really stunning. It's a really stunning space. Today was the talent show. There's the kids in the Black Box Theater, all a part of New Jersey Performing Arts Center. which is down in Newark, New Jersey. Fantastic. And I've been here taking care of Clarence. We went yesterday. We walked to the Dairy Queen. Christine, what do you call them? Sprinkles or Jimmy's? Jimmy's or Sprinkles? Um, oh my goodness. Be careful. Be careful with your dog doing a backflip off the couch. No, we don't want that to happen. I don't have more jobs and projects than fingers. We're working on Rewind. We're working on Rewind, and I am working on getting that album out, and I'm working on here, and I'm working on a job. And we're just trying to keep it busy and make money so we can make art. That's what the goals are of it all. So that's been my week. It's been great. I've been working. I work, work, and work, and work. That's my week in review. Here's my shameless plug. Cause I'm shameless. I don't really have a shameless plug, but my unfinished business album is up and out, and you could stream it and you could listen to it, and I would really appreciate you to do so. You can go to robertbannon.com for the link. Rewind is being edited and fixed up as we're talking, and if you're in the New Jersey, New York area, you can see me the last week of July here in Richland Park for free. It's a free concert. It's a Hometown Heroes concert. I'm headlining with Joe Kenny, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're in the New York, New Jersey area, I hope to see you there. Yes, I'm excited. Do I have a hey friend hey? No, I don't. But we'll do it anyway. Hit it. I'll be there for you. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? My hey friend hey goes out to all my new friends over in Newark at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, and thank you to the music director Joseph Woodson. And also, I want to give a big shout out to the students, especially my music theater 3 class. They are working. I have one student who's in Plays in the Park in Edison. I have one student on Broadway. I have students that are auditioning. I have students that are singing. I am so proud of them. They have inspired me. So my hey friend hey goes to my new artistic friends, my students in my class. I'm inspired in a way that I haven't been inspired in more than a decade of teaching. So I'm so excited to be a part of it and can't wait to do the big final share coming up at the end of the month before I take a long month off where I get to just be. And I haven't taken a month off since COVID. Thankfully, God bless America and nowhere else. That's a joke. That's from that movie. My fellow Americans. So I did take a break and watch a movie though. I got the chance to see Theater Camp before it comes out in theaters tomorrow. Let me tell you something, people at home. Let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something. Theater Camp is fantastic. It's funny. It's like Schitt's Creek meets Cabaret. If you think theater is funny, if you've ever done theater, if you've ever done theater camp, especially now working in the theater camp, oh, the laughter that this movie gave me. It is told in a mockumentary kind of style almost, and it's funny. Ben Platt is funny. The writing is funny. Nathan Lee Graham is funny. And Owen Thiel is really funny. He's going to tell you in this interview that he's a small part, but he does not have a small part. He's a great part with a lot of twists and turns. He came to New York. He had the premiere last night, and he sat down with us right beforehand in a robe. And I was like, okay, choice, but you'll hear why. You want to hear Owen Thiel? Owen Thiel joins us live yesterday on the Roundtable. Take a peek. Welcome to the first day of literal theater camp. I am sitting at lunch at New Jersey Performing Arts Center's Theater Camp Day 1. And is there a better time or place to speak with an artist than Owen with this movie? I got to see Theater Camp. I laughed for a good hour and 45 minutes. I think I've been to that theater camp, and Owen is here. We're going to talk about career, all the things that have been going on. Owen, welcome to the Roundtable.
Oh my God, I'm so honored to be here. This is so much fun.
You are literally, we are doing day 1 musical theater camp.
A dream, literally a dream. A dream.
Owen, I saw the movie and I was dead.
I'm so proud of, I'm so thankful to be involved. I call myself a Nepo friend because my friends were making this movie and I just made them put me in it. So I am a Nepo friend. But I'm so proud of them. Molly Gordon and Ben Platt and Noah Galvin and Nick Lieberman. They've all worked so hard on this, and I just feel so honored to even be a part of it. I saw it. It was so fun on set that you never really expect anything to come of it. And then I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is a full good movie. I was like, this is a great film.
It is a great film. It is, I don't know what people are comparing it to. It's got a mockumentary feel. It's got a Schitt's Creek feel. It's got an original feel. It is just good. It was funny.
I love that.
And it's in theaters July 14th. I did the worst production of The Music Man in Sharon, Connecticut one summer at a camp. And I was like, I've done this movie in real life. So get your tickets, buy your tickets, go to the theater and support theater camp. I saw Ben Platt at Broadway Barks yesterday in the city, and he was being hounded as he is as a superstar. Was it like to work on cast with this litany of incredible artists such as yourself?
No, not like me at all. But I became friends with. Well, first of all, let's go back. So I've been best friends with Molly since I was 2. So I've just watched her shine forever, and I am her actual biggest supporter. She's my sister, and her successes are my successes. So it's been wonderful to watch her grow and succeed, and then to be in something with her now. It's a dream come true. And working with Ben and Noah and Patty Harrison, who's one of the funniest people on earth, and Iowa Debris, who's another genius comedian and actress, and so many more. Nathan Lee Graham. All of these people were just. It was so exciting. Like every day was exciting, which is not. I hear usually what it's like, but every day I was thrilled to go to set. I was learning. I was growing. I was laughing with friends. It was just a dream. It was literally a dream.
Nathan Lee Graham, who has done this show, is a legend. He's in Hadestown, touring the world right now. A legend. Hysterically funny. And
he is so brilliant, and he is so brilliant off camera too, which is so intimidating. I remember I met him for the first time when we were it was the first day of set, and I was like, oh God, he's fucking funny. He was just so good.
He's so funny. Make sure you follow Owen on the social medias and all of the things. So when you walk on set, this was the first, you have done a bunch of projects, but this is like a big theater, like this was a movie, but it has a small feel. What was it like on location, and the crew? What was it like working together on this?
It was amazing. It was made for literally $0. And on a tiny theater camp that was like run down and had like goose poop here and E. coli in the lake, and it was disgusting. It was disgusting. But it was so fun to just. It felt like camp to just be there with our friends. So it didn't even feel like we were making a movie. I think Molly and Nick, the directors, would say differently. I think they would be like, no, it definitely felt like we were making a film. We were dying every day. But being in the cast, I was just like having fun and loving it. And
sure.
it was great for me.
You do more than just acting. You sing. What do you consider yourself? Are you just an artist through and through? When did you first get the bug? When did you say, I'm meant for the stage and the screen and the recording studio?
I would still not say I'm meant for it. I would say I can't do anything else. I'm horrible at math. My taxes are never in on time, so I'm bad at that. Like, I don't think I could do anything else. So I think I have to do this. I think my parents would have loved me to stay in school and would have loved me to be working on something else. But I don't know if I'm necessarily meant for it, but I think I knew at a young age that this is what I love to do. And sometimes you kind of have to follow that. And so I just followed my passion, which is I was lucky enough to do that. And so now it's this interesting thing where I'm on set with Ben Platt and Molly Gordon and all these people who I consider friends, of course, but I just feel like there's a few moments where I Google Earth my life, and I'm looking at me standing there, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy.
You're right where you're supposed to be. And I'm not trying to give anything away, but you have a real fun arc in this movie, and you're in it, and then you're in it, and everyone stay tuned for the whole movie because there's surprises abound, and the looks and the whole moment it's really fun. It's so much fun. What is now? There's
They
other
did
things
it.
on the. There's
No,
other
I was
things.
just sorry. I was saying they did it brilliantly. Where I feel like not everybody who is watching the trailer would ever know what is to come, but you just, I guess, have to see the film.
You better buy a ticket. You better get yourself to a cinema and buy a ticket. Get yourself some popcorn and get yourself a soda. You have other projects on the line, television, and we could be streaming you soon. What has it been like in the life of an actor in 2023? Do you self tape all day? Do you what do you do? What is life like for Owen?
Robert, it's horrible. It's literally horrible. Me, by the way, I spilled. I just want everyone to know I'm not just like luxuriating in a robe. I spilled on my press look as I always do. Of course, I always I'm eating and I'm sloppy and I'm messy and I'm a klutz. So I spilled on my. So now I have to wear this robe. But now I'm kind of like, okay, maybe I'll wear this to the premiere. I'm like, this is kind of chic and cute.
I think it's a good look. Your team behind the scenes right now, led by the amazing Amanda and everyone over at the R and the C and the fancy PR team that you have, they're going to love this. I love this. Amanda, we love this.
Amanda, we love it. She's like, what are you wearing?
I love robe. It goes with your character.
It does. It actually does. Just kind of a little unhinged. You asked me a really good question. What did you ask me? You asked me what
is the day
like as an actor?
Yeah, self-taping. What are you doing? What is it like in this day and age?
It's a lot of self-tapes and a lot of no's. Ultimately, it's a lot of people saying no, and it gets to you sometimes. Sometimes you're like, and it's not. I think when back in the day, when I wasn't even auditioning yet, going in person and meeting people face to face at least made you feel like you were accomplishing something because you were making relationships and et cetera, et cetera. And now in this day and age, it's all either Zoom or just you're taping yourself and then you're sending it in. And it's so odd because you just are like sitting with these different characters who you actually fall in love with. And then you send off your audition and then you never hear anything. You're like, there it goes. So it's this weird, it's weird. It's very odd to be like trying to create a career in this time of like no community. There doesn't feel like a community right now.
And so many of my friends who do the same kind of work that you do, it's finding someone to do the self-tape with, paying for a service to do the self-tape. Then you don't get the audition. People don't know the work that goes into these auditions and how much work you have to do.
It's crazy. Someone is calling me and I don't know who this is. Please. Hold on. I'm answering this on the podcast right now.
It could be Ben. Hello? It could be that. It could be he may book a job right now. It might be room service.
Yes, the wallet is mine. I lost my wallet. The wallet is mine. I'm just doing a podcast right now. Could I leave? Could I come down and get the wallet after? Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Owen, I want to be your best friend. Why am I not your best? I want to go to brunch. I want to leave our wallet somewhere. I want to make
do this. That was my wallet that was found at a gorgeous chocolate croissant bakery that I went to, and it was found and it was dropped off at my hotel. So this is actually I'm learning that New Yorkers are kind.
They're not kind people. Yes, you're here. You're going to have the premiere. You're going to see the movie. You're going to walk the carpet. Yes. Are you ready? Are you ready for the excitement of New York?
I hate carpets. I'm really bad at them. I hate standing there. And like, I never know where to look. It's so uncomfortable. I would love to see the movie again. I'm thrilled about that. I'm like get awkward I'm just, it's no, this is, I'm excited and I'm so excited for people to see it, but I'm more excited for that than like the carpet and the pictures. And like, I get a little like, this for me is fun because it just feels like I'm talking to a friend, but like everything else is like, oh God, what am I doing? You walk out feeling uncomfortable.
I understand. It's a lot of lights. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of, but your hair is done. Your nails are done.
I'm good for now. And then watch me, like, I lost my wallet. I spilled on my press look. I'm gonna break a nail. I guarantee you. It's just like, this is my life. This is who I am. This is who I am.
Well, I'm here for all. I'm ready for the next iteration, the next chapters. I want all of the Owen work. I want the series, regular jobs. I want the movies. I want the album. I want the whole thing. I want Broadway.
I want that just as much as you.
Yeah, that's it. We're putting it all in the universe. Everyone,
Exactly.
I have to say, can you talk to you a little bit about Zoe 102? What is that?
Yes.
Please.
So Zoe 102 is a reboot of Zoe 101. Zoe 101 is the famous, Jamie Lynn Spears, great Nickelodeon television show that I, of course, just died for as a kid. And so it's interesting because I think a lot of like this year has been about like childhood dreams. Like I was obsessed with Broadway. I mean, I still am, but I had posters on my wall of Wicked and this and that, and now like to be in theater camp, and then also like watching Zoe 101 as a kid, and now being in the reboot. I'm like, this is unbelievable. I feel very lucky, but I think it'll be really fun. It's cute. It's on Paramount Plus, and I'm excited about it.
Listen, I was just talking when you were talking about auditions. I'm like backstage, newspaper, circle the I'm elderly, Owen. So you and when you said Wicked poster on the wall, I'm here like the posters I had on the wall were like Phantom of the Opera, elderly. So to know these students, no, these students that were just here, they tell me their favorite YouTuber, they stream that's where all the cool kids are. They're over in the streaming show. So all of this generation is going to discover Zoe 102 and you coming up. That's big deal. You're right where you're supposed to be.
Well, I love that like my cousin who's 13 is like obsessed with Snapchat, can't get off Snapchat, obsessed with Peacock, like is like I'm like binges Peacock. And to me, those are like I love Peacock, obviously, but it's like it's odd how these young kids are like they're turning to it's literally their phone and their tablets, and it's obvious. I mean, I knew that would happen, but it's just truly hilarious that like there's no like posters in my cousin's wall are probably of like TikTokers, not like shows.
That's what's amazing to me as well. Well, I hope you're ready for the roller coaster and the juggernaut cannonball that you're about to enter through because you're about to explode. Star. Wait till you see the movie. Absolute star.
Let's hope. Honestly, that would be fun. But no, I'm a very small part in the movie, but I'm lucky to make any kind of splash.
I want to just say thank you for the representation you show in this movie and through your social media and your work. It's really, as a school teacher, it's so important that people see people like you who live your life as authentically and as beautiful as you do. And I just want to say, as all the kids that are going to watch either Zoe 102, watch Theater Camp, you are showing us how beautiful it is to be who you are. And so thank you.
Thanks. That's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. I think that is like actually my goal as an actor is just to not, I think coming out stories, I think all of those things are so important, but I also think on the flip side, just seeing a Black, gay, Jewish, like name a thing and I am that. So seeing all of these different diversities in on screen and just living their life, I think that is just so important. And I think Theater Camp does that beautifully, where it's just like a glimpse into these kind of kooky characters' lives, but nothing necessarily about their identity. They're just like finding themselves and growing up together and beautifully. And I think it's perfect. It's a perfect depiction of that.
It's so great. Follow Owen on Instagram. It's there. And make sure everybody, we're going to go see Theater Camp there. Go see Theater Camp. This is July. Grab your tickets. Get your tickets and we'll see you there. I can't wait to see it again. Congratulations. So much love your way. Enjoy every moment.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm wearing a robe. I hope you don't
love it. No.
Block me.
This is bougie hotel robe, bougie head. Come on. Yes.
Sometimes you have to do it. If Searchlight's paying, I'll fucking be there.
That's right. Movie star. There you have it, everybody. There was Owen Thiel from the other day. Hi. Speaking of my students, hello, Alana Frederick. Thank you for being here. This is Alana, one of my students from NJPAC. We've only known each other for 4 days, but she's a superstar, and you should hear her sing Waitress. Everybody out there in the world. It was a moment. She sang a solo. She sang She Used to Be Mine, and there was not a dry eye in the house. So, my little star, thanks for stopping by. You said you were going to stop by, and you're here. Come on, people. Come on, Alana. Yes, Christine. It's a good movie. It's funky. It's really fun. I hope you check it out and I hope you like it. Thanks, Janelle. I liked Owen a lot too. He was really fun and very sweet. So nice to see you all here. I love it. All right. Trigger warning. Our next conversation is about a show called Lightweight, and Lightweight is a funny tale about someone's battle with anorexia, which sounds like it would not be something fun to talk about, but honestly, Amie Enriquez wrote this really brilliant piece that's now in Soho, and it's directed by Lauren Weedman, who is one of the characters in Abbott Elementary. She plays Miss Schemmenti's sister, the Italian sister that works in the other competing school, and they stopped by to talk to us about this program, Lightweight. But I just wanted to say that because I know some of us follow this show that have had their own issues, so I just never want anyone to go through anything that's not fun or comfortable for you. So warning, 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 but it's definitely an amazing interview with two amazing artists, and I'm bringing it to you right now. Hey. Oh, well, I know where all the cool kids hang out is off Broadway. That's where all of the best work is being done. Original, creative, new work. And we live for the Soho Playhouse. I love the Soho Playhouse. And I love anything that's a one-person show. Anytime one person gets up there and does their thing, we are excited about it. There's a show that's out. It's called Lightweight. And it has been raved about and sold out all around the UK and back here in the United States, etc. Director, writer, star, Amie, Lauren, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be out there. I live in Los Angeles, so I'm getting kind of gearing up.
Yes. Well, okay. Oh, you're almost here. You're almost here. You're opening.
Almost. My heart is always in New York. I'm born and raised in New York. So
how did this all start? Tell me a little bit about how the idea for this show happened and what was your process to write it?
Oh, yeah. So the show is based on the real life story of my battle with having and then overcoming eating disorders, anorexia specifically, and my entering a 28-day rehab facility, and I stayed for a year. So the show takes us through a comedic journey through that. And I was in the healthiest place I've ever been mentally and physically. And I knew I really, you don't hear a lot of survival stories about this. And you certainly don't hear them in a dark comedic sense. And it's important. I think when I was really at my sickest, if I had a survivor telling me that they got through it, there was actually living, breathing, thriving hope in front of me that was tangible, it would have motivated me to get a lot better much sooner. And so I was like, well, I'll do this then. I'm in a good place. I can write this story. And I had no compass at all, which is where Lauren Weedman came in, because she was teaching a class on developing solo theater. And I grabbed the last spot and I took it and developed a 10-minute, piece based off of what is now Lightweight. And and we put it up as like a class show, kind of like we workshopped it. And afterwards I told Lauren, I was like, I really want to turn this into a full scale show. And would you direct it? To which Lauren said, no. Just kidding.
Wait,
Lauren, you're muted.
Just you.
This birthday party sucks. Okay. Now am I okay?
You're perfect.
Right.
Lauren.
Back to perfect. But a lot of people say they're going to do a show, by the way, like when I'm teaching, of course, everybody, it's like, that's the idea. But Amy's one of the few people that actually was like, I'm going to be doing it. I will be talking to you later. I would like to ask, was so focus, and actually getting it done. So that's huge.
Well, what's amazing is that it's a big undertaking to do a one-person show, and it is I do one-person cabaret shows because I don't listen to directors. I hate blocking and I hate notes. No offense, Lauren. So I get the idea of being on stage with yourself, but that is a very specific craft. It takes a certain set of guts and courage to get up and tell this vulnerable story in a funny, heartfelt, serious way. That's no small task that you have every single night that you both have to come out and deliver. And then you go to Edinburgh, which is where all of the fun new works are being put out, and then you sell out, and now you're here off Broadway. For both of you, how can you sum up the experience before it's the week before opening? How do you sum it up, Amie, about what you've been through so far and what's to come?
Like unbelievable. Like I can't believe that this is everything I said I wanted to do with this show is actually happening because of me and because of Lauren. Like I'm self-producing. I didn't wait for anyone to greenlight me. I raised my own money, and I was like, I want to do this. I want to take it to Edinburgh, and I want to get really solid reviews, and that way I can pitch it to go off Broadway. And it's exactly what I did. Which is I feel like that's not my personality at all. But my psychiatrist the other day during a session, she's like, "You're very persistent." I'm like, you know what? I think you're right.
That's good. Lauren, you're no stranger. I mean, what do you have? Nine solo? How many solo shows have you created?
79. I don't know. A ton. Anytime anything happens, it's a show. But I don't, you're saying I didn't do much in the sense that, because I feel like I'm the same way, like you were saying, like, I don't like being directed that much. I don't like being heavily told, especially with solo theater. It's so not about, it's not about me at all. Your ego is not, that's a hard thing. For me, it's always hard to find, not always. Sometimes it's hard to find directors who are okay with not having a huge stamp on it. That they're truly there just to make sure you can do your thing and that it feels like theater. So it's so, we have worked together. It has, but it's so much on obviously on Amie. I'm making not a really deep or profound point, but and I love solo theater. It's my favorite form of theater when it's done well. Obviously.
Yes, and you are both so incredibly funny. I know, and so funny, and that comedy is not easy. So Lauren, if you could explain to us, when you saw Amie's piece and you were teaching her, what about this story did you feel like there is life to the story? There are legs to the story needs to be told. What did you see in what she gave you and presented to you that you thought this was a project that was worth being on this stage?
It was, I have to say in the beginning, it was more about the fact that she seems so clear and so capable. And so I think she's going to do this thing. And so much no, I met her husband before. I feel like it was Ithmar who came up and said that my wife saw your show and she wants to do a show. She's going to everything he said that she wanted to do, she has done. But she was like, I'm going to take Lauren's class. I'm going to go to direct it. And I'm going to do, and she was really quiet. My memory of it was a while ago, is that you were there's a lot of big personalities, and Amie was not nearly as sort of dominating in the class because she was there working, getting ready to build her empire. And she knew exactly what she wanted to do and was so clear about it and so respectful of, and it sounds so and she spoke to me in the proper tone that she must speak to me. But she was really respectful about, because I don't really direct that much. I'm so self-absorbed that I'm usually working on my own thing. But then I was like, you know what? I think that she seems so smart and so clear and so funny and is taking on this topic that's really personal, that I was open to it. And I didn't realize we're going to go as far as what, you have. But
well, I mean, and look how fun the artwork is, and look how fun the copies. It is a really personal story for me. I come from a mother I was 1 year old when my mother was bulimic and had an eating disorder for over 18 years of her life. There are many people out here, and I grew up with that as a stigma and as something that was so afraid to be talked about, that I knew my mother struggled with when we were young kids and growing up, that we never talked about. It was a big secret because there was so much shame. And then you have something like this, Amie, where you come out and you talk about this freely. You will help so many people in this very fun, accessible way for all of us. How hard has it been to be vulnerable and to share this, in particular, this story?
It was pretty terrifying before debuting the show in Los Angeles, which I did at the Second City stage here in LA. Rest in peace. In late 2019, and I was pretty terrified because I knew I was opening it to a community of friends and peers in the Los Angeles, industry, and that none of them knew this part of me, and I felt just like I'm just completely naked up there on stage and they're going to be able to see right through, I was just like, oh, my family's going to see this and they're going to find out things that I didn't tell them when I was in treatment. And there's going to be people who question it. Did that really happen? And, and I just had to put that all aside and just be like, okay, here we are. And, people are going to look at my physical body. And I was afraid that they'd think, oh, she doesn't look sick enough to do this show, or she looks too, she still lives in a thin body. Is she really recovered? And all these things that I kept thinking that these judgments that the audience would put on me never happened. It's been so rewarding because after every show, most people, just like you, Robert, come up and tell me how they can relate to it somehow. And even if it's not directly through an eating disorder or an addiction of any nature, sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, my dad is just like your dad, because I portray my family members and, oh my gosh, my mom once said something like that too. And my family's also Italian and the food pushing. And, that's been really fun. I'm like, oh, we can connect over such a specific topic, it's more universal than we think.
Absolutely. And I've seen some really wonderful, especially this year, great one people shows if they came from London, like Leo Roach, or if they came from Walking with Bubbles, which is about homelessness and the stigma that's about there, people that are breaking their heart and making this art like you're doing. It is such a great art form. You need to go get your tickets. And I love Soho. I love it there so much. It's so much great work. You both do some of my favorite things in the world, or have done some of my favorite things in the world. I am the biggest Jim Henson Muppet fan, and Amie had a lifetime of puppeteering and doing that. And
yes,
I just so happen to be, when I'm not, doing this, I teach fifth grade in North Bergen, New Jersey. So I have a little bit of affinity to your portrayal of education because it's spot on and it's exactly what it's like. And of course, we're talking about, the time there on Abbott Elementary and Euphoria and all the amazing television shows that you're a part of. You two must be quite the force. You must be some bag of fun when you get up to do some work together. Lauren, when you look back at your career and now to see you teaching and people coming to you and you inspiring them to do shows, or there's a whole group of actors out there who watch you on television and want to be able to be a comedic genius that you are, what is it like the day in and day out of a working actress to know that now we're looking to you and saying, help us. You have some great ideas. You've done such beautiful work.
Well, I have to, I want to act like I hear that all the time. Oh, I just take it as this is my rite of passage. I earned it. And I'm kidding. I don't feel, I love teaching a lot and I always have. And it felt like, and if anything, like I'm continuing to work on live shows so that I can just have even more. I mean, I like live performance so much, but also just so I can teach more. I want people to have more of an idea, see more of what I do so I can, because it's because it's so personal. You get to deal with personal information and stuff like that. I love that. The more just so much truth and intensity and people. There's a lot of people getting migraines in class, which I consider that such a compliment. Where I'm just like, oh my God, they're dropping like flies. They're like, this is amazing, just because how personal. So I really, I try not to think about it too much because I do get that sort of who am I to be up here? You know what I mean? I get a little paranoid of like, my God, I'm only teaching because I've done it. I didn't go to school. I'm not a professor. I'm not tenured. But I do know what that word means. So I've got that. But no, I like it. And it's nice to be old. I have to say, like when I'm shooting a show now, if I'm to be the older one in a cast, which is happening, I thought that would bother me because it would mean like I won't be able to like who's going to want to date me or who will I sleep with? And now I can't do that as the people aren't as interested. But now I can read a book and people treat me with like a hello, Lauren. Like, I just want to say my husband and I are like, I get this sort of, I'm like, oh, I like this. I like getting a little bit of respect
Yeah.
that way. Like I know that. I mean, but I do appreciate it. I like it.
As you should. And Amie, as we're talking about education, you are no stranger to, education as well. I mean, if it's AMDA or if it's Second City or Groundlings, you have put in a lot of time and work to hone your craft, especially with comedy and all those, the Groundlings and like amazing improv troops, etc., the most famous in the world. How has that education and the formation of made you who you are as an artist?
Oh, like specifically the Second City had reshaped everything I thought that I knew of myself as an artist. And I came from this like theater background and everything felt so deep and, methody. And then I got to Second City and was like, what? I can just say anything, improv has shaped it. I have a hard time putting it into words. It just became like this safe community of just like, learning how to listen and cooperating with people. And the idea of yes anding, not just in improv, like that's the golden rule, is like yes and you don't negate, but kind of using that in life too, of like, okay, like yes, we can. I don't have to do that with Lauren much because we just naturally agree on everything when we work together. I'm like, yes, there's no and. I'm like, absolutely, we're writing that in. But that was just such, not only did it shape me as a comedian and finding my voice and specifically my comedic voice, but I met friends. That's where I met my husband, Amie Enriquez. And that's also how I became a teacher. I started teaching puppetry at the Second City, and puppetry for improvisers. So
I need to learn. You're going to be in New York. I'm going to be your best friend. I'll buy you whatever you want, Amie.
Oh, anything I want. Okay.
On a teacher salary. When we're talking about lightweight, I know I don't want people. The subject matter is heavy, so it's not just a show that's just going to make us all cry and go home and bury our head under our pillow, right? Can we just tell people that we're going to have some laughs and have some joy about a tough subject? When we walk out of there, what do you hope we feel? Can I ask you both? What is your, as artists that have created this piece together, what do you hope the feeling we leave with is?
Hope. That's always been it for me. Hope. Just like, okay, all right, the world is crazy. It's always been, it always has been, it always will be. But if we can find like one, piece of hope of like, okay, things aren't always okay, but it will be okay. Or, and that we have community, there's connection, there's other people out there who get it. And yes, you're going to laugh a lot. I mean, that's Lauren and I, when we work together, it's just, we are like stomach ache laughter over this topic.
I'm usually stoned though. I'm usually stoned. So a lot of that is just being, I'm just kidding. I'm not at all. And I'm not condoning that. That was just an example of inappropriate. But I have to say too, this show is not a, God, I don't mean to like make fun of one thing in order to elevate somebody else, but I do have a pet peeve of I like sincerity. I want truth by all, like, and Amie has that in her show, but I'm not a fan of like, bring up the lights, please. Hi, you guys, this is me. Like, I'm sorry, I can't hide who I am. And it's not, I like it. I want entertainment. It's theater. And my God, the comedy thing is no one's going to go with you anywhere. I don't think you only go so far, right? If you're not laughing at something. And hers is definitely comedic, with like the moment, pick and choosing the moments to go places that get a bit more intense, but we don't, she doesn't leave you there. You're not going to just be like sobbing your way out of I mean, people do have emotions obviously, but you're carried throughout. It's pretty, the comedy part is strong.
Well, as an Italian Jersey boy, who, even though my name is Robert Bannon, my mom is Rose Antonia DiMeglio. I have lived with, a cake, a person, and you're insulting me if you don't take home my refrigerator. And why are you not eating more? And I don't care. You just ate 10 minutes ago. I know this story. I've lived this story. So I need to get myself down there. And so do you, everybody. It's playing. Opens this week. It's the Soho Playhouse. Go to sohoplayhouse.com. Make sure you follow them on social media. Congratulations. Break all the legs. I look so forward to being there. And I am so excited to see all the stages and screens and work that you both will be providing for us. And thank you for all of the joy that you give us all. It means a lot.
Thank you so much. I am so excited. Thank
You're a
you.
real jerk, Robert. God.
I try. I
so
try.
That's so nice. Thank you.
There you have it. They're so fun. Thank you, Lauren and Amie. Hello, Detroit, Michigan. Look at I told my mother, Detroit's not leaving anywhere. Isn't he a sweetie? I hope your week is going well. So, speaking of food, I come home and my aunt made this chicken pot pie. What witchcraft is this? I didn't eat all of this. I ate all of this, but this piece. No, I'm kidding. This is good. This is good. No macros. It's so delicious, Alana. It's so delicious. It's good. No, I ordered myself a salad, but my dad brought this home. So everyone, I want to talk about something serious for a moment. Yeah, go see Lightweights. Lightweights is going to be great. I'm excited about it. It opens tomorrow. So, something serious that happened today. We had known that this was on the horizon forever. Oh, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Oh, snap. Mama Rose is quite the cook herself. So it is on a serious note. I want to say that we knew this was coming down the pike, and it has cometh. The Screen Actors Guild has authorized a strike as of today, after contract talks stopped. And I figured as a the oh snap of it all. So we authorized a strike, and I voted yes. I am a proud Screen Actors Guild member and equity member. Boom! And I've been one since 2017. Lucky enough to be on Saturday Night Live and get my Screen Actors Guild card. It is such a huge moment for actors. And as a member of 3 unions, the North Bergen Federation of Teachers and the American Federation of Teachers, the Screen Actors Guild, and equity for theater performers, I want to say how important it is in this time that we support the writers and we support the actors out here, because what they're proposing is that background actors who are in all of your favorite works are paid a one lump sum fee where they have given access to your likeness for in perpetuity forever, so that they can use your likeness on screen and not get paid. There are people out here who are day players who are making $186 a day, making a living as an actor to be on your favorite TV shows. And these conglomerations don't want to pay them the $186 anymore. And they are giving bonuses to CEOs of Netflix, Disney, Paramount, ABC, NBC, CBS, etc., of tens of 20s of millions of dollars, making billions of dollars in revenue, and trying to take $100 worth of work from a working actor. This is not about Tom Cruise and Beyonce and Tom Hanks and Oprah. This is about the working actor that is down the street from where you live, that is on your local television station, that is on your local stage, that is auditioning for local work, that wants to just be paid enough to get food on the table and pay their electric bill and pay their rent. So support art. Do not support these conglomerates who want to put AI actors. My students here watching this right now, Alana's watching this right now. Alana is in high school. She wants a chance to get on stage and she wants a chance to be on a screen. So support it so that she's not replaced by a computer or a robot. We want to be able to see real people with real emotions telling real stories. And I think that we have put a lot of thought and effort and work and time and our heart into creating art. And I think people should be compensated for that. And that's why unions are important, to protect the working people out there. So let's support our actors. And if that means we don't get our new TV shows in time, they'll come. But yesterday in Variety, they were saying that they're planning on not not. Oh, that's it. I'm running. That's it. I want to be on the board of everyone. I want to be the board of the Kennedy Center. I'm going to be the first lady of Detroit. I'm when Wheeler is got his big plans. So everyone support unions. America is born on the back of unions, and America is born on the middle class. If it's an electrician, if it's a teacher, if it's a policeman, if it's a fireman, if it's a plumber, if it's rail workers, if it's coal workers, if it's Ford Motor Plant workers, if it's actors, if it's Broadway performers, we deserve the right to make a fair living. We don't need to give all of our money to the CEO. Give it to the people who make the art. That's all I'm saying. That's my soapbox for the day. I got an 86-cent residual check from Saturday Night Live. 86 cents. What am I doing with 86 cents? It's fair. It's time for them to pay their fair share. There would be no shows without the actors. Next week, oh my goodness, we have the votes. The votes. Oh, I'm running. I'm running. I'm the next governor of New Jersey. Watch out. Here I am. Do I have skeletons in my closet? I have to think about that. Next week, I don't think so. I've shared them all on stages around the world. Next week, we have a really great show for you. We have Alex Winter. Alex Winter is the star of The Lost Boys and of Keanu Reeves, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He'll be here, and Theo Patagonis, who is a soap star, Emmy-nominated soap star from As the World Turns 30 Years. He's a brilliant actor. He will be here as well. And I'm so excited. It freaks me out when they call me Mr. Robert, because that just sounds weird and creepy. So this is Mr. Robert coming to you to say thank you. Thank you. Have the best night, everybody. Remember, support and show love. Your money matters. So go to businesses that support diversity, that support women, that support minorities, that support the queer community. Put your money and your mouth around love and acceptance and peace, and let's shut out all of the noise. There's more good, there's more love, and there's more acceptance. Sometimes it's not the loudest, but it's out there. So go out there, find it, and look for it, and support the future, and support people who put in their time, work, and effort to provide the services that we take for granted. If it's a banker, to a garbage man, to a school teacher, to the custodian, the janitor down the street, to the man or lady or person who makes your coffee. Everybody have the best night. And also, look, my dad came in. He's stealing my dinner. Good night, everyone. See you again. See you next week here on Thursday night, only on the Roundtable. Tell a friend, like, comment, and subscribe. See you then. Good night.